Off to a roaring start in Houston, Texas. Welcome to the award-winning, and I don't know who made that mistake, Car Talk Show in Wheel Time, your weekly go-to all things automotive place. Along with King Conrad DeLong, Jeffrey Dzeikan, and over there in the corner where he belongs, David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong. So glad that you could join us today. Well, you may regret joining us today, or you can sit back and have whatever it is that you have nearby in the liquor cabinet. Today, I have brought, just so we don't get the day off to a bad start, some nice TX blended whiskey. And I'm thinking that we're going to crack this open here any minute. And for 2.5 hours, we're going to swig this down.
That's our sponsor for the show.
Well, not yet, but
okay.
There's something for you to do later on. Give them a call. So it's been a very interesting week, needless to say. Mr. Mars is out today, and we're trying to wing it as best we can here. We're going to do our very best to bring you a car talk show like one that you've never heard or seen before in your entire life.
And you may never want to join us again after that.
And after that whole bottle of TX blended whiskey, I'm thinking we may or may not have our clothes on.
Oh, boy.
Well, I'm leaving. That's my time to check out.
Boy.
That's been the kind of the whole crux of the show today. It's kind of a mishmash. What in the world is going on? So I got some bad juju coming, and it's a storm in the Gulf of Mexico.
Yep. Is that the name of it, juju?
No, I think it's called
Beta.
Beta, okay.
Because we're now into the Romanesque naming.
Greek.
No, the Greek.
Oh, is it Greek?
It's the other Mediterranean
You would know
country.
Greek. I wouldn't know that.
Hey, at least it's not Beto. I'm sorry.
Anyway, it's not that. As we diverge to something other than automotive, but we're going to try to keep focus here and just get the show on the road. So this particular portion of the show, going to talk about some of the news things that are going on. And through Automotive News, there was a survey that was conducted. And you're probably very well aware of the fact that on all of the Monronis, which is the sticker that comes on the window of a new car that gives you all of the information, miles per gallon, all of the options that are on it and all that.
Features and benefits.
Is also a thing of how much content from different portions of the world are on this car or in this car. So if you want to buy American, you'll be interested to note that Ford Motor Company finished in first place in this ranking. The Ford Ranger actually has more American content than any other vehicle on the road.
Wow.
I thought that was kind of surprising. How about you? What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm talking to our fans on social media.
Are you?
Yes.
Okay.
Stephen Roos, George Skelton, Joseph Pledger. There's quite a few people.
Some of my high school friends there to go, we knew that he was weird when we met him in high school.
And there's the proof.
So the Ranger knocked out last year's victors, the Chevrolet Corvette, and the Chevy Volt in the 2020, it's called COGOD Made in America Auto Index. Never heard of it before.
Domestic content.
Which measures U.S. and Canadian content. And I don't know why they call it American content, because wouldn't it be North American content if Canada is?
North American content.
Yeah, well, it doesn't say that in the story.
But it doesn't count Mexico, which is actually part of North America.
It is. It is.
So they just say American content. I guess the Canadians want to be part of America, so we're going to include them.
Do we really want to conclude?
Wait, we're going off the rails again.
Do you know any Canadians?
Yeah, I know quite a few Canadians.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah.
And the weird thing is...
No, they're weird.
There are Canadians, and then there are the French Canadians, and the French Canadians think they're in charge, and the rest of the other Canadians really could care less.
Where does Newfoundland come in?
The Newfies?
The Newfies. Where does that come in?
They are part of the regular Canadians.
Has that anything like roofies? No.
Did we just alienate Canada?
We probably did. But at any rate, General Motors still finished first this year in total domestic content among manufacturers. It's typical bean counters here get it all confusing. Why can't they just say they won, they didn't? But in second place by 2 points was the automatic transmission-equipped Chevrolet Camaro, of all things.
Wow.
Interesting that it's the automatic transmission equipped, not the manual. So I guess the manual transmission, because is it a Tremec?
Probably.
Yeah, Tremec. So I guess that's not domestically produced.
I don't know. And if you hear some rumbling going on in the background, the Suze, my dog, is over here in the corner trying to make a nest so she can bury down for the next 2.5 hours for the length of this show.
Don't we all wish?
And we really need. We really need. That's true. We really need to have the Suze cam.
We do need a Suze cam. Yeah, we'll work on that.
We'll just strap one on her back so as she's walking around, we can kind of see where she's going.
Pretty much all the time.
Do we put that on Zoom? Can we get that? Never mind.
Let's not muddy the issue. But at any rate, I thought it was pretty interesting. When calculated by automaker, the index showed GM remained the overall winner with total domestic content for U.S.-made vehicles of 70.6%.
There was a while back, and I'm going to say 4 or 5 years ago, where the Honda Accord was the #1 car.
Well, it's built here.
Yeah, well, Marysville, Ohio.
Yeah.
But, you know, Honda has the highest domestic content. I always thought was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, you look at how many different manufacturers are building vehicles here now. BMW, Mercedes, Honda, Nissan, Toyota.
Do you feel that Honda has kind of lost touch somehow? I don't know whether it's their styling or
didn't they make everyone else step up their game? Is what it is.
Well, they made everybody else step up their game. But I was noticing the other day, I was driving next to a new Civic. And I'm like, that new Civic, and I need to go look at the specs on it, that new Civic is bigger than a Honda Accord in the 80s.
Yes.
So they've continued to grow the car. So now I think Honda's smallest car is the Fit.
Well, the Civic was the entry level.
But the Fit's
in the
now
very
the entry level,
right?
Yeah.
It's
Well, actually, the original Honda entry level was the 600. And it was literally... It had a 600cc motorcycle engine in it.
The squared off kind, like you see in Europe.
Right, and the shifter up on the dash. It was the weirdest car, but it was a 600cc.
What year was that?
Oh, probably back like 71, 72.
Well, not in the 60s?
Yeah, it might have been late 60s.
I was going to say,
early
I think,
70s.
I think they didn't.
Unicorn hunting. Need to find one.
I will find one and put it up on Unicorn.
I was going to say, because I thought that Honda followed Toyota over here as first Japanese automaker in the United States.
Yeah, and then became the dominant player for quite some time. You got to remember, Honda Accord was the #1 car sales for 10 years.
I actually owned one of those.
Accord?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Angie had one. Well, Austin had
Bought it over at Sam. Might have been, it was Gilman, the one across from Sharpstown.
Gilman.
Yeah, it was Gilman Honda.
And they're still Gilman Honda. They're down there at 59 and Beltway 8.
Yeah. Right.
Big monster of a store.
Yeah. But, I see that Honda engine's winning all of the IndyCar stuff these days. And but I don't know. I don't know whether the lack of advertising, I don't know what it is. I just don't see much of them. I see them on the road, but that's about it.
Well, I'm not real sure why, because they're still selling very well. Honda's still the Accord is still one of the top 5 cars in sales and has been for forever. So they haven't lost their consumer desire, but they've kind of lost their way in the media because you don't hear everybody talking about them the way that they used to.
I don't ever get a Honda anymore from the press fleet.
Oh, you don't get on the press fleet?
I don't guess they have any Hondas in the press fleet. That's all I can think.
Well, you've had a run of domestics here lately.
I have had, and
some cool ones too.
Yeah,
I have. I had a run of. Actually, I'm still driving one Cadillac.
Woohoo!
Another Cadillac, a CT4. Jeff's a big Cadillac fan. Owns one. Anyway, I wanted to mention also in the news this week, it's dominated by electric cars.
Yeah.
Wow.
All this week, it's just nothing but electric.
Shocking.
It is shocking. But there was a
That beats
feature
it, too.
story that ran at Automotive News, and it's about Jeep traveling the road to electrification is the title of the story. By the end of next year, Jeep will have a varied powertrain portfolio that plays in the electrified and diesel spaces, in addition to new 3-row options and a redesigned Grand Cherokee. On top of that, V8-powered Wrangler appears close, potentially adding an intriguing option to the brand's rekindled off-road war with the Ford Bronco. The Renegade, we'll start with that. The subcompact crossover is getting several special editions for 2021. The Jeepster edition.
Oh, cool.
The 80th anniversary edition, the Islander edition, and a complete redesign could arrive in 2023.
So is the Islander going to look like the one that was on Fantasy Island with the little fringe dingle balls hanging around the top of it and roofless?
You can't say dingle balls on this show.
You can't say dingle balls.
That.
You can't say it?
Forecaster expects that the Renegade may end up on a PSA Group platform sometime after the planned merger with Fiat Chrysler Automobiles.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to see. You got to remember, it's shared. Is it the Renegade shared with the Fiat 500X? Isn't it?
Correct. Yeah, and it's made over there.
You posted that Jeep video this past week.
I did.
Yeah, I watched it. It was
did
good.
Wasn't that interesting?
Very interesting.
Well
done.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Well, electrification in a Wrangler is going to be pretty cool because with electrified powertrain, you can control the wheel speed, but really have the torque necessary if you're going to go serious rock climbing and off-roading.
You know, the interesting part about that I read is that you'll only be able to go 25 miles on the electric charge.
So it's going to be short trails.
Apparently so.
Not happy trails.
To begin with.
So there's no charging stations in Moab.
Moving on. Compass 2021 model gets an 80th anniversary edition. A redesign could arrive in 2024. Wrangler plug-in hybrid option will arrive in U.S. showrooms by the end of this year with the brand's new 4XE tag. Are we keeping you up?
Yes.
A V8-powered Wrangler Rubicon 392 concept was shown in July just ahead of the reveal of the rival Bronco. I love that.
Boo-boo.
Kind of took the sales out of that. The concept tops out at 450 horsepower, 450 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60 acceleration in less than 5 seconds. Off-Road Staple gets 2 new special editions for the 2021 model year with the 80th anniversary and the Islander editions. Cherokee gets a new Latitude Luxe trim that includes Napa leather seats, heated power front seats with a lumbar adjuster powered, and a remote start. 80th anniversary edition joins the lineup for the 2021 model year. Redesigned model could arrive in 2024. Grand Cherokee, next generation of the midsize SUV, which has impressed dealer sources who have seen it, begins production in the third quarter of next year and likely go on sale late that year.
And the question is it going to have a wood grain siding?
A plug-in hybrid, I doubt it. A plug-in hybrid version is expected to follow soon thereafter.
Well, once they get the plug-in hybrid powertrain developed, then it's just a matter of fitting it into all the different platforms.
So also Wagoneer, Grand Wagoneer production begins in the second quarter of next year on that thing. Going to go up against with the likes of GMC Yukon and the Lincoln Navigator.
That's going to be a biggie.
A big one. And a three-row utility, the unnamed model, likely slot below the Grand Wagoneer, is expected in 2021. So Jeep has got lots of cars.
So what's the name in Jeep's history that would fit the three-row?
That I can't.
Because they tend to always stay with a historical name.
Yeah.
Well, the Liberty was the midsize, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Liberty was small, yeah.
Versatile
Just above
midsize
Renegade.
Gladiator gets a 3-liter diesel V6 with stop-start and 8-speed automatic due this year for the 2021 model year. Pickup receives 80th anniversary and Willis special editions, and it is Willis and not Willys.
There you go.
Yes, just so you'll know. Okay. We need to take a little break, and then when we come back, we're going to have Mr. Dzeikan do the pre-owned review of the week. So are you ready for that?
Yep.
Okay. We're going to do it right after this.
Cool.
Are you one of those people who thinks it's okay to drive stoned? I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You end up driving below the speed limit? It's no big deal, right? Wrong. The truth is, your reaction times slow way down when you're high. You not only put yourself in danger, but everyone around you. Talk about a buzzkill. Stop kidding yourself. It's not okay to drive high. If you've been using marijuana in any form, do not get behind the wheel. If you feel different, you drive different. Drive high, get a DUI. Paid for by NHTSA.
A social distancing tip.
While the CDC urges you to avoid close contact, like hugging or shaking hands, there are other non-physical ways to say hello. Wave, wink, use sign language, salute, smile, give the peace sign, throw up an air high five, do jazz hands. Remember, stay a minimum of 6 feet or 2 arms length away from others and stay home if you can. For more info, visit coronavirus.gov.
Let's all do our part because we're all #AloneTogether. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Hey, you're on the In Wheel Time Car Show. Thanks for joining us on this Saturday. We really appreciate it. You know, we do car reviews. We do a couple of new car reviews. And we also started a new feature that Jeff does. And it is our pre-owned car of the week. So for you people that are looking for a used car, well, maybe this might strike a nerve. And I think, what is it? A 2013 Ford Fusion is
Ford Fusion Titanium.
Okay.
Which is the top of the line of the vehicle.
Okay, so this car is 7 years old.
Yeah, roughly. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Yeah.
And mileage on this particular vehicle was right at 100,000. Give or take a few thousand.
So it's still got some life left in it.
Still has some life left in it.
But
actually,
out of warranty.
Yes, out of warranty. Even with an extended, and I do recommend that. Anyone that gets a pre-owned, if it's certified pre-owned, a CPO, to get the extended warranty, because that does help you longevity.
Oh, yeah.
The cars start nickel and diming you, and you don't want that, especially if you're upside down in any kind of vehicle. This vehicle, actually, I like it. It's a good riding vehicle. It's a tight vehicle. Suspension's tight. It's got good performance, good power. This is a titanium, and there's 4 levels. There's an S, there's an SE, there's an SEL, and then the titanium.
Which is their top of the line.
Top of the line with all the bells and whistles and all the good stuff on it. So I'm going to run the video here now, and we'll take a look at it. This vehicle, so far as the exterior, I like it. You can see in this particular shot that you've got the nice grille. The grille reminds me of an Aston Martin.
Hell, man, it looks like a brand new car.
This looks like an Aston Martin. These wheels, I don't believe these wheels are factory in this particular shot, but there are 4 different levels of wheels that you can get. But I think this looks like an Aston Martin.
Well, it's that trapezoidal grille shape
Exactly.
is exactly like an Aston.
It has the running lights, the fog lamps, and things like that for the daytime. So that's one of the good features of it. The exterior is actually really nice. This has the spoiler on it that you can is an option for the titanium. You can get it in the SEL and things like that, but it is a different option. This is a 231 horsepower vehicle. It is a V6 turbo, and it's got a lot of spunk. Yeah, I like it. It's got a lot of punch to it.
Wow, 231. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Is that an optional engine?
It is. It is. Because you can get it in the 4-cylinder and then the 6, and then, of course, the 6 with the turbo.
Yeah.
So this vehicle actually is pretty neat. Let me move on to this other shot here. I'm trying to do 3 things at once. There's the interior. It's got a nice pod, center console. You can see that everything's touch screen. This reminds me of the Cadillac I reviewed, with everything's in the center pod.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So
and leather was standard on the titanium.
Leather standard. You got your reverse cameras and things of that nature.
I'll tell you, I'm hooked on the reverse camera.
Are you?
Oh, yeah, I love
So
them.
is everybody else. You know, it's the number one thing on all cars these days.
Well, it's standard. It has to be. It's a requirement.
Well, I know, but I mean, when people are surveyed, that's what they like the most.
I'm still old school. I turn around and look. Of
course you do.
Yeah, even though, sure.
Of course, I think you've got eyes in the back of your head.
There
don't
you go. Trunk space is great. It's just an all-around pretty neat vehicle. I like it. It's popular, and I think it's good.
Well, and the durability of the Fusion has been very good over time as well. Mm-hmm. You know, there's not a, when you look at the history of product concerns, it hasn't been, Fusion isn't on the list of the top 10 product concerns.
How much does something like that cost?
Brand new, this vehicle is between 32 and 36.
And how much is it today?
Right now, it's around 13. 13,
Wow.
13 or 14.
That's pretty high.
Yeah, it is.
That's still holding value.
It is holding great value. It's holding better value than the Cadillac I reviewed. Imagine
Seriously?
that. Yes, absolutely.
Of course, that is the turbocharged V6, so it's a kind of a hot rod, to be honest with you.
I'm telling you, it's got a lot of spunk. It's got a lot of punch. It's got to get up and go.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, very good.
Thank you.
All right. 2013 Ford Fusion.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'd like to remind everybody that if you've got something ugly or nice to say about our show, perhaps you're still ticked off about getting ripped off somewhere. Maybe you bought some really bad floor mats or something like that at the 7-Eleven. Let us hear it from you. We want to know about it.
Yeah.
Where you bought them, how you feel you got ripped off, or maybe you went and bought some new car polish that you really like. We'd like to hear that too, whatever it is. Just shoot us an email with whatever information or any kind of concern that you may have to info@inwheeltime.com. We're going to have us a little splash and go, and then we're going to be back with auto history, I think, aren't we? No, national racing, I think, is, we're going to do national racing and all that good stuff. So we also have headlines coming up as well. So stay with us. More of the In Wheel Time show is going to continue here as soon as Don Armstrong gets his act together.
There you go.
Because I currently don't have my act together. Clearly.
We'll help.
Everybody notices.
Yeah, we'll help.
Well, you know, you've got your head buried down there in your phone like a little girl. So
Well, I'm trying to talk to our fans. They're telling us that they're watching you and you're stuttering.
There you go. I'm just pushing buttons.
and keeping your head down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I've noticed.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's starting with the woots. And now a speech.
I just want to say that friendship is about heart and brain. Who's with me?
Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
And my brain is saying, when it's time to go home, somebody call me a ride.
Love that guy.
Me too.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
A social distancing tip.
Putting distance between yourself and others is critical to slowing the spread of coronavirus. So here are ways to stay in contact without the physical contact part. Call, send a text, set up a video conference, post on social media, dedicate a song on the radio. If you have symptoms of fever, dry cough, and shortness of breath, call your healthcare provider before going to their office. For more info, visit coronavirus.gov.
Let's all do our part because we're all #alone together. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Hey, welcome back to the In Wheel Time Car Show on this Saturday. So glad that you could join us today. You know, since I'm not on the air every day on a regular, like a radio show or something, it takes me a while to get on the bike and start pedaling when I've got a whole week off. Just saying.
Oh, so that's what's wrong.
So that's not the only thing that's wrong, but that's the excuse that I'm
we all
going to
need
go
to get
with.
on that bike together.
Yeah,
a
apparently
bicycle
so.
built for four.
And by the way, would that be funny? I know that this is National Racing News segment, but nobody asked, and so I'm just going to volunteer the information that last week's big $10,000 to win truck race was pretty interesting out of Houston Motorsports Park. 75-lap feature. Winner gets $10,000. And
that's a long feature.
So, but let me tell you, it went like that because those trucks are really fast. And so the declared winner.
Yes, can you see me?
The declared winner.
The declared winner was disqualified on a technical issue.
Uh-oh.
Second place was also disqualified on a technical issue. So the third place truck won. Now,
and which one did you interview in the winner's circle?
That would, of course, be the winner. Then, but that all went out the window after post-race inspection.
So they got caught cheating.
Actually, it was a mistake.
That's what I'd say.
They didn't know because the issue was with the drive shaft, and apparently there is a rule with those trucks that they have to have a solid drive shaft. Okay? Well, they didn't have a solid drive shaft. And, you know, it's like so many racers, and whether it's drag racing, circle track racing, whatever, a lot of these drivers have other people do certain work for them. Like, for instance, the transmission guy also does the drive shaft and the rear end.
Right.
Well, nobody said, hey, this is the rule for this particular class. And they put in a hollow drive shaft and whoosh, out.
Well,
because they go by the rule.
They're trying to take some weight out.
Well, yes,
doing that.
but not really. Not really. It's just one of those rules that somebody said, oh, God, that rule was written 15 years ago. That's still in place? Well, they go by the rule book at Houston Motorsports Park. And
read it before you race.
That's exactly right. So anyway, I also wanted to mention that coming up next Saturday night is the Gary Merrill Memorial Race at $7,000 for the Pro Mod winner.
Oh, cool.
Professional modified cars.
Bringing some money to asphalt track racing.
Yeah, and there were a lot of people there, and I think they really had a good time. I know that I certainly did.
I saw the video of the flyover. That was awesome.
Yeah, it is very cool. All right, so on the national side.
Well, this morning, the 24 Hours of Le Mans started, and it'll finish tomorrow morning. It's 24 hours.
God. What channel is that on? Do you know?
It's on Motor Trend, and it's going to be on all 24 hours on Motor Trend.
Oh, okay.
So The Russian Grand Prix is next weekend in Sochi, where they had the don't look at you, look at the camera. Yeah, where they had the Olympics a few years ago in Sochi, Russia. Bristol is going to be tonight.
Sochi, Russia? I thought that was Japan. No?
No, this was Russia.
Okay.
And then in tonight is going to be Bristol. They're going to be racing under the lights at the Bull Ring of Bristol, which is always a lot of fun to watch these guys run these short tracks because they're always pushing each other around. Generally starts fights as well. Next weekend, they're going to be in Las Vegas at NASCAR, and then on the 10th is going to be back at Talladega. This weekend in COTA, our friend Alec Udell is racing in the GT Cup Challenge, and he's actually running a GT3 Mercedes-Benz AMG GT. And he says it's faster than most everything else that he's raced before, as he's come up through GT4 and then to GT3. So, Alec, good luck out there in COTA. The NHRA. I think the next one is are they going to race at Charlotte?
Gainesville, Florida.
Okay, so
the Gator Nationals that was postponed.
Yeah, so they've kind of plugged in and plugged out of different races over time, and their schedule is a bit of a mess. But I guess Gainesville's the next one, and then Indy cars will be December 10th at Indianapolis Speedway, and they're going to be racing on the road track again, which is going clockwise backwards versus the Indy 500.
Wait a minute, did you say December?
No, did I say? I meant October 2nd.
I was going to say because there's probably snow on the ground in Indianapolis.
I apologize. October 2nd.
Okay.
And with that, that's the national racing calendar.
All right. By the way, I failed to mention last week, and I wanted to mention this week, that our friend Craig Bierman at Speed and Sport Chrome Plating has put together a thing called Chrome and Coffee that I went to last Sunday morning. It's a Sunday morning cruise in, and guess where it is?
Prince's Hamburger.
It's at Prince's. Did you know that there was a Prince's Hamburgers still open? I didn't know that. So Prince's Hamburgers is at the Sharpstown Golf Course off of Bel Air Boulevard. Who was to know? So
Craig knew.
Craig knew, yeah, because Craig kind of lives in that area. And it was a very well-attended cruise-in. A lot of old cars, a lot of old-fashioned stuff. But Craig also had a brand-new C8 Corvette there.
Of course.
Had a 66 Biscayne with a V8 in it, a two-door. And it was pristine. It was fun, cool, cruising kind of cars.
Oh, yeah.
He also had that $250,000 show car that nobody has seen yet. He just bought it this year. He didn't pay $250,000 for it, but that's what they'd say how much it cost to build.
And if you go to our Facebook page, Frank Talbert, the guy with that red 68 Camaro with the white stripes on it, he posted up about 40 pictures of the show down there at Prince's, so they can go on our Facebook page and check all that out.
It was a great show, and I think that if you want to go, there's going to be another one tomorrow, 9 to noon over there at the Sharpstown Golf Course. Okay.
Gina just checked in on our Facebook page, so she missed you talking about the race next weekend.
Well, there you go.
Got to check in earlier, Gina.
We'll be right back.
If Baby could talk, she'd say a lot. You'd know what she's thinking and what makes her happy. But unfortunately, Baby can't talk or remind you. You're the one taking her to daycare today, and she won't speak up if you drive straight to work like any other day and never think to look in the backseat. Every year, dozens of kids die from heat stroke in cars. No one is perfect, so set a reminder. And always look before you lock. Where's Baby? Paid for by NHTSA.
Is your business or company looking to stand out in a crowded advertising market? Looking to reach the real auto enthusiast? Well, you found it. You're listening or watching In Wheel Time, and so are your fellow enthusiasts. The In Wheel Time Car Show now reaches 500,000, and we can put together a marketing plan that will engage them in your product, business, or service. To get the tires rolling, just shoot us an email to our marketing director, Jeff Dzeikan. His address is jeff@inwheeltime.com.